sure you can't tell, but I'm standing in front of a wall of light. This right here. This Govee's Lightwall. It's actually a curtain light that they've been working on for a long time, attached to a frame that gives you incredible lighting effects. And the cool thing is, it's outdoor rated. So it's IP65 for the whole light wall, the frame, everything in this, as well as a control box. So you set this up outside and you can do some really interesting things with this. I've covered their light curtains before in previous videos, and I'll link that down below, and you've probably seen them out. They're these long beaded strings of lights that you hang up, and you can have some cool light effects happening on this. Govee's taken that and then improved it even further. With the light wall, we've got over 1,500 LEDs packed into a about 8 foot wide by about 6 foot high frame. It's incredible the amount of light and the cool density that these have that allow you to put some really interesting pictures and images on this thing that move around or can be static. It's up to you. The customization you can get with this is impressive. So we got, like I said, it's for an IP65 rated for this entire thing. So it's outdoor setup. Getting it on this frame, it's really easy to set up. It ships to you in this really cool bag, so you can carry it around, store it, portable, take it with you. Come in this bag, everything is wrapped up nicely, comes in a nice little carrying case, goes inside of this, so you can take this with you, whether that's camping, take it down to the pool, keep it at your house, however you use this, or for storage in the wintertime, because I don't think I'm gonna leave this out during the winter. While this has survived already some crazy Kansas ice storms this random spring, heat, storms, everything, it has held up wonderfully right here. So I've been really happy with how this has held up in the storms and like that. So let's talk a little bit about the technology that Govee has in this. So like I said, we've got over 1,500 LEDs packed into this. So it's a really high density curtain of lights that gives you some really interesting pixelated type effects. With that, we're using RGBWIC, so we're red, green, blue, white. Dedicated white LED is important for this, as well as IC means individually controlled. So we get individual controls over all of the LEDs, which lets us get these really cool effects. That is Dawn the duck if you can't hear her. So we've got the lighting effects here. So the LEDs, so like I said, 1,500 lights. They're doing a 32 by 48 grid with these. So you got a really nice, good density of lights, and it runs at 35 frames per second. So if you're unfamiliar with that, frames per second is what they refer to as how many times an image shows every second of a video. So the higher the frame rate, the fewer glitches and those stutters and the images that don't look as smooth that you're going to have. So at 35 frames per second, we're getting a really good image resolution when we're having movement on those screens, whether it's a GIF or just funny images moving around or whatever that may be. It gives you really good clean motion with that. Also, the really impressive part of this is Govee's, you can set up 30 layers of lights when you're designing something. So you can create your own designs. They have plenty of designs also set up in their scenes, over 200 scenes actually you can use. But when you're doing that, by adding layers, you get a lot of depth in that. You can actually show some really cool effects, get shading and stuff like that. So you can do 30 layers of images on top of each other to get to your perfect scene. You've also got, of course, we've got things like music mode, so it'll react to music. There's a microphone built into the control box, which lets you turn the whole system on or off. But it's got a microphone in that. And you can also use a microphone on your phone to use it to react to the music. So if you're sitting outside, hanging out with friends, you can have it react to the music. It's a really fun thing to do and set up outside. Having this on our patio is really nice because it gives kind of just an overall glow, as well as just having some cool effects, and it's really fun to talk about as well. So having this set up, it's really easy to do. It comes with this frame. My big critique on the frame though, I don't know if you can tell here, but it sags just a little bit. So it's not perfectly flat. So if that's something you're concerned about, I've seen a lot of people doing, PVC, using a steel pipe, getting a dowel rod or something like that, and using that across there so it takes out that sag. It's not a huge deal to me. I've just kind of left it and it's fine. But that's my biggest critique on that side of things. It's really cool. They got these nice little clips here that help keep it together between sections, because this is 3 sections. When you set it up, each piece is numbered, so you put them in the correct order, set them up, and then these little clips go in between, because otherwise this whole curtains would separate and they'd flop around. So they've done a great job thinking of stuff like that with these clips, as well as clips on the bottom of the frame that help keep it attached to the frame so it doesn't swing as much. So good ideas going into this to keep this all together. So in the app, on top of the 200 scenes that they've got, and the music mode where it follows music with some pre-built scenes is there as well, you actually can create your own stuff. So you got DIY where you can create whatever you like, whether that is uploading a GIF of your, something silly and fun your kid did, memes or whatever you want to do, you can upload those to it and it'll actually show those for you. But you can also just create your own designs, whether that is swirly pictures or colors or whatever for your favorite team or holiday or whatever that may be. You can do that on here. You can set them to just flat colors. So you can have the whole thing as red or blue or green or pink or whatever you want to do. Set solid colors to it. Of course, you've got white, so you can set just a nice warm glow across everything. And you got tons of customization. And if you're struggling to come up with an idea and you don't like what's there and you just got an idea in your head, you're not really sure how to get it onto the light itself, AI Bot 2.0 is in there. So you can actually just describe what it is you want to see, and it'll come up with a design and offer it to you. And you can make edits to it or use it, save it to your system, and you're good to go. Really cool way to kind of get some lights on there and get customized looks to your patio, your pool, your campsite, whatever that may be. You can use this. It's got another really cool feature that's kind of fun where you can have it just so it's on all the time, and it just shows the clock, the time outside. You can have it show the weather. You can do a countdown on it. So you can use this in a lot of really flexible ways, whether that's at an event, you want to have a big countdown wall or something like that. This can do those things for you. Really cool, interesting product here. And of course, it works with DreamView, so you can link it to other products like the Chromatic string lights I've talked about, the Prism lights that mount under your roof that we've covered before. You can link all those together and get similar themes across it all, so you can have a really cohesive look. One touch control for everything, which makes things really nice, and you got a lot of products. I'll link everything down below. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. Got tons of products coming up. More Govee devices I'm reviewing, floor lamp, ceiling light, lots of stuff going on there. More robot lawnmowers. I got robotic pool cleaners, tons of stuff on the way. So hit that like and subscribe button if you want to catch those. If you want to make sure you get those videos as soon as they drop and you don't have to go track them down, hit the bell icon, you'll get notification when they're ready. Other than that, looking forward to seeing the next one. Thanks for sticking around.